Good evening, buonasera, buonasera, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Come state? Sono contenta di essere qui con voi stasera. Good evening. I say, Otden, Chale, when you are Jedan Fema Bahabim with Speak Out. I'm so happy to be here again with Speak Out. Sono contentissima. Fatemi un favore, per favore. Sai una cosa? Vai su Speak Out, clicca subscribe, condividi e like. Mi posso Speak Out do. Like, subscribe, and not share live, okay? Share live, Share the live, subscribe, and listen. Today is going to be amazing. Today is going to be amazing. For right now, before my guests come, I want you to enjoy the music and click on the share button. Clicca su condividi, share, and share. Thank you so much. Enjoy. God, you are best, you are greatly to be praised. Because today I only escape from now, I thank you. Lord, you are best, you are greatly to be praised. Because today I only escape from now, I thank you. You are who don't know, I can be my everything. Because today I only escape from now, I thank you. You are who don't know, I can be my everything. Because today I only escape from now, I thank you. In the pit of the night, my blessings are divine. From my head down to my toe, and they come because today I promise you to come alive. Thank you. Lord, you are great, you are great, to be praised. Because today I promise you to come alive. Thank you. You are who I can be my happy. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Tonight, I have an amazing guest. As I said, buonasera a tutti. Buonasera a tutti. Se oggi è la tua prima volta che vieni sul mio canale, per favore, subscribe, metti like, and share it live, okay? If today is your first time coming on my channel, please subscribe, share the live. But I'll give us a few seconds, just 1 minute before I introduce my guest. Please do share the live. Share the live. Thank you. Share the live, share the live, share the live. And it will be amazing tonight. It's going to be amazing. I have an amazing guest tonight here with us. And I believe that it's going to be great. Okay. I believe you have all been good this week. You have all been good and you have been enjoying. If you're in the UK right now, it's summer here and we are enjoying the heat. It's going so well. And I believe that all of you, wherever you are taking care of yourself and enjoying the time. So tonight, let me introduce my guest to you. This is Lady Ruthie. You can call me ERN as well. I'm the CEO of Speoutout. So you know Speoutout to raise awareness about all forms of abuse, we educate the community, and we help victims, people that have been through abuse. So tonight, I know you're going to enjoy. So my guest here tonight, she's a lawyer by profession, a mother to 2 beautiful children, a born-again Christian, a wife. She has a bachelor degree in sociology from the University of Ghana, a MSc, so master's degree in international commerce and policy, and she's a juris doctor in law. Let me say, yes. So tonight, this is my amazing guest. Wherever you are, clap your hands as I invite her to our platform. Hello, Mrs. Yare. Sorry if I Julian. Sorry if I mentioned your name wrong, but I know. Please, you are on mute. Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking out time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. I know you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a lawyer, so you have so much on the table. So thank you for having the time to come tonight with us. I would like you to introduce yourself, even though I've introduced you a little bit to us, then we'll move on from there.
Sure. Like you said, the name is Vincentia Yaira Kotuku. I have a Juris Doctorate degree, and I also have a bachelor's in sociology, like you said, and a master's in international commerce and policy. I'm a mom to 2 beautiful kids, a boy and a girl, and a wife. The most important part, a born-again Christian.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
A born-again Christian. Thank you so much. How is it? I wanted to ask you this. The Olympics, were you paying attention to it? Did you like any sport? No.
Unfortunately, I did not. But I think the only thing that caught my attention was the break dancing thing because I was seeing a lot of memes on social media. So I went back to watch it, and that was hilarious. Besides that, it conflicted with my work schedule, so I could not watch it.
Oh, you could not watch it. All right, yeah. Amazing. I love athletics. So I've been watching what's the lady's name? She's American anyway. Simon or something. That smart young
Simone
lady.
Biles?
Yes.
Biles. Yeah.
I love her. So I couldn't watch much, but on social media I will watch here and there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know you're a busy man, you're a busy woman. How is it being a mother? Are they on holidays or they are back to school?
Oh my gosh, that's my biggest blessing. Let me put that out there. My biggest blessing on earth are those 2 beautiful kids I have. My daughter, who is the firstborn, who is 5, just went back to school. School just resumed, so she's a first grader. She just started first grade. And the little one is a year. I'm saying a year, but they'll be, so here's the thing. Next week, there'll be 6 and 2. So since they are not yet 6 and they are not yet 2, I'll still call them 5-year-old and 1-year-old.
Yes, definitely.
They'll soon be 2 and 6. Yeah. During the holidays, they were combining them, those 2 little ones, teaming up and working. It was tough, but
yeah. I've got 2 as well.
Oh my gosh.
I've got 2. I've got a 7 and a 4. So, you know, and they're still on holidays over here. Yeah, they'll be going back soon. So, okay, we're pushing.
I know, school reopened for us last week. Some people are yet to go back, but for us, it was last week, yeah.
All right, amazing, amazing. Well done, Mama. Well done. So, what we've been talking about on this platform is how do I thrive? And I've been doing some sessions to encourage people and to let people understand you may be a mother, not a mother, whatever it is, but you can still thrive. And the things that we've been going through is talking about trauma and how to overcome trauma and taking care of your mental well-being and how to thrive. I would like to ask you, for you, what is the meaning of trauma? And if you have ever experienced it or someone around you, or what do you know about trauma? Yes.
So when I was giving the topic, I had to go online and check the actual definition of trauma. And one of the definitions I got was that, or is that, Trauma is the lasting emotional response that often results from living through a distressing event. Experiencing a traumatic event can harm a person's sense of safety, sense of self, and ability to regulate emotions and navigate relationships. So it says what? Lasting emotional response that often results from living through a distressing event. So it got me thinking and searching through to find out, have I ever been through trauma? I feel like almost everybody has been through trauma one way or the other. Yeah. So for me, I've been through trauma. Yes, just like everybody else. Just as almost everybody else. Let me put it that way. Just as almost everybody else. And my trauma was about 10 years ago. That's the most vivid one I can remember. I'm pretty sure I've gone through other stuff, but
That's right.
this is the most lasting, this imprinted in my memory. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that was about 10 years, 10, 11 years ago. Hmm.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
I've been through trauma.
All right. Yeah. I mean, as you said, we all go through one way or the other. Something happened that will shock you and will make you be like, oh my God, what am I going through? Would you like to share or?
I can share a little bit of it.
Yes, 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 that'll be okay.
And so it was a relationship breakup. You know, we're young, you thought this was it. And then I traveled and things went down south. So it kind of it hit me hard. It did. I think partly because I wasn't mentally prepared for it. I don't know if you can ever prepared for it, but I was
Yeah.
not expecting it. So like for it happening, it kind of threw me off for a long time, for over a year. And it took a lot to get myself back on track and get my groove back and just keep it moving. So yeah, it was a relationship breakdown that threw me off my tangent and my normal course of life. Yeah.
Okay. So I can see that it was something major. Maybe the relationship was a serious one.
Yeah, it
I
was
have
a
I have
long one.
Yeah, I've been in a situation as well where I was dating someone and in another country because I used to live in Italy before, and I traveled to the place, and it was because it was a serious relationship. It took me a while to heal from the shock of what I saw because the
Yeah.
person didn't know that I was coming. It was a surprise. So I
Don't
get what you
ever
mean. So
surprise anybody.
I know, right? Never again, never again. You know, when you are growing up, you'll be like, I want my peas. I'm not gonna do these things anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's right. The next one is whatever you went through that is a trauma or whatever phase that you went through that um how did you heal from it? You said it took you, what helped you to heal from the situation?
Situation, right? Okay. So just give you a short background. I had moved to the United States, I think 2 years into my stay, all this happened. And then unfortunately, or is it fortunately, I just got an admission to start my master's degree. So I moved from the state I was in with family around me to a different state where I knew nobody, right? So I'm starting all over in a different state and I'm going through this situation. And then I just started grad school. So just imagine combining grad school, going through my own thing, and then being away from family. But one thing that helped is that I think from the beginning, when I did my intro, I said, I'm a born again Christian. I'm sorry, I wear my faith wherever I go. I wear it on my sleeve and on my forehead. So that's all I know. So that's what I'll talk about. My faith played a major role in how, in me getting back on my track. I think it drew me closer to God. I spent more time in his presence. I prayed more. And then besides my faith in God, I had an amazing group of friends. Even though we're not physically in the same geographical area, I had them all over. I always say I have people on all the continents. So if it's night in the United States and I need someone to talk to, it's definitely morning in Ghana or morning somewhere else. So I have somebody on a different continent I could call no matter what time of day it is, I'll have somebody who is awake and ready to talk to me. So my friends played a major role in getting me back on track. Like they were readily available to speak to me, to like make me laugh, to hang out with me. And then when I moved to the new state I was where I went to school, I also made some new friends who were instrumental in getting me back on track. The few friends I made, they realized there was something off. I told them what was it, and they made a conscious effort to always be with me, not leaving me alone, like keeping me in company and like making sure I was okay. So those are the two major things that helped me: prayer and friends. Yeah.
All right, so that is, I mean, definitely prayer because you're a believer, which is very important. Having communication with God, expressing yourself to Him. And I believe that by the way you're speaking, the importance of having family or good friends around you, having a good connection of people around you is very important because in your time of difficulty, you may reach out to them. Yes, so that's very, very powerful. The other one I will ask you is, how have you been coping with I would say ministry or um, your um, your career and the kids? What empowers you to do more, and how is it going? Yeah.
Um, how do I cope? I don't know if there's somebody if women, I think we are superhumans, right? Like we just
That's
have
right.
a way of doing things. Multitasking is the key. I'm able to multitask. So here's the thing: I work from home. So
Okay.
I am a fully remote. I work fully remote from home. And my work is demanding, of course. I have to like read these complicated documents and then try to interpret and make sure whatever I'm doing doesn't cost my company. So yeah, it's a very high demanding mental kind of work that you need to really think through. But because I work from home, it's made it um somebody might say it's easy because you're not away from them, but then it comes with its own challenges because then you have a meeting. They want to be in the meeting with you. No matter how much you get away from them, they still follow you. So it's been challenging, but I have an amazing team at work who actually, like my internal team, understand with exception of the external team because they don't really know what's going on. But those my immediate co-workers and my managers and those I work with, they understand. Occasionally, if I'm in a office meeting, my kids come in, they pop in, say hi, and everybody says hi, and then they go back. So yeah, it's worked out so far. Yes. Has it been challenging? Has it been tough? Absolutely, it has been tough. There are times you just want that piece to work and they are screaming in your ears. No matter how big your house is, when your kids scream, you hear it wherever you are in the house. So, and then when they were on break and the older one was home, it was chaotic. But thank God I navigated and I survived. So I'm a survivor. I survived. Yeah. So and then my husband is usually home during the day, so he helps
Okay.
out a lot. Yeah, he
Yeah.
helps out a lot. So I have a supportive partner who helps a lot. So that's
Yeah.
been one.
That's
That's
right. I fully understand. I remember when I started my master's, I used to have my husband was not around. He used to go to work. So I used to have my little one was still a baby, and my daughter, she would just come around all the time. And the boy would be screaming sometimes. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. And they're like, no, no, don't worry, I understand. And even now, I mean, you are working on live, but sometimes when you're doing live, they want to come around and you have
mm-hmm.
to pay attention and tell them, stop, I'm busy. So you are doing amazing. You're doing amazing. I would like to ask you to encourage a woman out there. There are some women that have children and they think they cannot achieve much because they are mothers or they are young women. What would you like to tell them? What can you tell them?
I think, like I said from the beginning, I think we women we are superhumans, And when it comes to multitasking, God gave it to us. We can
Yeah.
multitask. So for me, I don't believe in any limitations. I always
Mm-hmm.
tell people once I have my 10 hands, my 10 fingers, my hands, I have a head on my neck,
Yeah.
and I can think. There's nothing that is impossible for me to achieve. So
That's true.
I don't like it when people limit themselves. That, oh, I can't do this. Have you tried it and you're not able
Yeah.
to do it? You can do it. People have kids. They're going back to school. They are able to finish with some good grades and come out like it's there's always a way around it. And
Yeah.
if you can afford a babysitter, why not? Like like women, we have this guilt, like when you're away from your kids, you have that guilt.
Yeah.
Oh, like, am I missing out? Yeah, but you can't be with them 24/7,
That's right.
You
Yeah.
have to apportion the time in a way that everybody gets a piece. Like they get a piece of you, get a piece of yourself, and you're able to develop yourself as well. So nothing is impossible. Is it hard or is it difficult? Absolutely, it is difficult. It's
Yeah.
not easy. I can't sit here and say it's easy. No, there are
No.
times times you wake up, you're like, oh my God, do I have to do this all over again? But yeah, you have to. But then again, if you live in an environment where it's easy to afford care and stuff like that, go for it. It's like the kids spending a few hours away from home or a nanny coming home to take care of them. You're not a bad parent. No, you're doing you see, when you thrive to achieve something
That's
meaningful for
right.
yourself, that's also you're also like motivating those kids that hey, being a mom is not a limitation, or being a parent
Mm.
is not that's not the end of it. You can still achieve something for yourself. So because we are their role models, right? No,
Yeah.
whatever we teach them, if we don't act on it, it's baseless. Like, okay, you saying one thing and you're doing the other thing. What are you teaching me? So they emulate whatever we do. So for
That's right.
me, it's actions. Do it. Let them see that mommy was able to do this when she even had us at home. Why can't we do it when we don't even have kids? So it's a motivation to the kids on its own.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Thank you so much for that. I was even about to ask you, how do you thrive? But you've said it already. Like you've mixed it. So the thriving is, organizing yourself, finding somebody that sometimes can help you, as you were saying, really. Because if you want to really push in life, especially as a wife, as a mother, you need to put yourself together. If not, it's going to be hard for you. You would think you can't do it, but you can. Only
Yeah.
that you have to organize yourself,
Yeah.
more and more. I just want to ask you, what are the things that you do to keep yourself going? Do you have a little bit to add to it to thrive? Like
What
what
do I
what gives you the pushes you to do more?
because I'm a go-getter. Let's just put it that way.
That's
Like
right.
that's just me. When I want something, I will go all out for it.
Yeah,
Nothing illegal though. Like anything legal and worth doing for it, I'll definitely go for it.
yeah,
So for me, like you set a goal for yourself. This is what I want to achieve, and you work at it. Will you be hit with like obstacles to come your way? Like obstacles will come your way, and you still have to like navigate around those obstacles. I'll give you an example. When I wanted to go to law school, my goal, even before I made it to do my first degree, the goal was eventually going to law school, right? So
yeah,
after my first degree, I happened to leave Ghana and I came to the United States. And the first thing I did the first year was to take the entrance exams to law school, LSAT.
yeah,
And then I was like, oh, I started reading online and people were like, oh, lawyers don't make money, that kind of stuff. And for some reason, I lost focus. I lost focus. And I
mm,
was like, okay, then I'll just go and do my master's. So I did my master's. When I was done with my master's, I think my final semester in doing my master's program, my school has a law school. So I spoke to one of my professors who is a Kenyan, and he has a master's and a
mm,
law degree as well. And he was one of my professors. So I spoke to him and he was like, no, why would you give up on your dream? Go back for it. So
mm,
I scheduled a meeting with the law school, went to like take a tour of the law school, and then they prepped me. Mind you, I already have my entrance requirement for the law
Yeah.
school. So I didn't have to take it again. So
Hmm.
after I did that tour, I was like, no, yeah, right. This is what you've always wanted to do. Why would you give up on it? So I went back,
Mm.
put in the application, and by the time when I was done with grad school, a few months later, I got my admission to start law school.
Wow.
I almost gave up. I almost deviated, but I
Yeah.
had to get myself back on track and remind
Yeah.
myself this has been the goal all this while. And
Yeah.
I know, and at that time, I was still a young girl. I remember somebody, a family member, was saying, "Oh, if you have all these degrees, no man, no marry." Like,
No way.
no, because they're scared that a woman has all these accolades. Like, your pool is limited, right? And I remember telling the person, no, it's not limited. It's just that if you cannot approach me, then you're not the one for me, period.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still going for what I want to do. So that's exactly what I did. So like all I'm trying to say is that there'll be distractions, but if you set your mind on the end goal,
That's right.
it helps to navigate. And then when I'm confused, I remember during those times at the point I was confused. I'm like, is this really what I after all the tours of the law school and then my professor,
Mm.
I asked myself, is this what I really want to do? So then what I know best, I decided to pray and ask for directions. I'm like, okay,
That's
God,
right.
this has been the goal. But then I came, I was distracted. Is that really the thing for me? And then when I had peace within me, I'm like, that's it. I'm going for it. So
Amazing.
yeah. So don't be distractions. Like if I tell you there are no distractions, it's a lie. Though. And then even law school is difficult. Like law school was one of the toughest things
Hmm.
ever did in my entire life when it came to my academics. I was talking to a friend yesterday. He was like, law school alone is trauma. I'm like, no, I don't want to discourage anybody. But yeah, like you have to have a tough skin to go through that phase. I don't know about other countries, but that's my experience. That was
Yes.
my toughest.
I don't think if you tell people that it's tough, you are traumatized. It's like for me, when people ask me, "Oh, giving birth, how is it?" I'll tell them, "Oh my God, it's so painful. Contraction is so painful." I can't just lie to them. I tell them, "Oh, it's nice," but I hate the contraction and the pain. So just be prepared and know that. Listen, maybe God will help you to give birth like the Hebrew women, but the
Exactly.
contraction you will feel it. So I think you should tell. I believe I've never done law before, but I think it's a lot. University itself is a lot. Studying is a lot. So it's okay if you tell them so that they're prepared. So, and one thing that you said, and I think I find it very what somebody would say bizarre. Like someone would tell you if you get degree and other things, men will feel intimidated. Come on, in this time, I believe that when a man finds out that you have studied and all that, I don't know, they will even be like, "Oh, well done to you. You have."
I think some people are intimidated by. I haven't experienced that before. No, I haven't.
Okay.
But I think there are people out there who could be intimidated by whatever accolades you have or whatever academic laurels you have achieved. So I'm pretty sure there are people out there. Because I've heard some stories that don't
Are
sound too.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be a woman. I'm telling you, it's
Hmm.
not. It's not easy at all. Sometimes you just want to do more for the society and for your family, but then other people will see it as a competition, which
Exactly.
is crazy. I mean,
Hmm.
I've come to an end with my questions, but I would ask you to encourage your younger self, a young person, a young mother. Just say something to them, and then I'll let you go, please.
I'm a young mother. I think first of all, you should be ready. Don't just do it because you like there's
Mm.
pressure on you to have a baby. Kids are blessings.
Yeah.
I've been a lover of kids from day when I was a child. I remember my family used to say, you have a lot of kids because of how much I love children.
Mm.
But then again, they are a lot of work too. So you have to be mentally prepared for
Mm.
them. You don't just do it because you want it. So young mothers, and I also want to tell them you could you could be a mother and still achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Because people don't use the traditional way. People marry or have kids before they come back to their
Yeah.
academics or their
Yeah.
career and others to go through the not the I wouldn't say the normal process, but for the lack of better words, the
Yeah.
normal process before they start having family.
That's true.
Whichever way you find yourself, if you happen to find yourself where you have kids before you're considering going to school, that should not be your limitation. Like, still go for it. That should rather be your motivation to do something meaningful for yourself so you don't be relying on anybody. I mean, something meaningful, and that alone is a motivation to your kids. The kids see you do that and they're like, if mom or dad, if mom was able to do it, of course I can do it too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one. And then also kids are work.
Yeah.
Kids know that they're a lot of work. They don't come easy. Being an auntie is
Yes.
when you come and play with them, they lovey dovey, you give them all the toys and you walk away, you go home, and then
Yeah.
the kid is still with it. I remember when I had my daughter in the hospital, everybody's all over you, helping you and all that.
Yeah.
And then when it was time to go home and they said, oh, okay, we'll be discharging you. And then I was left alone in the room with the baby.
Oh.
My husband was
Mhm.
going to get stuff. So I was left alone with the baby. And I had this aha moment. I was like, wait,
Mm.
so for the rest of my life, I'll be responsible for this human
Yeah.
being. It's not like, oh, a friend had a baby, I'm coming to watch the like say hi to the baby and I'll go home. Like, this is mine. This is fully my responsibility for the
That's
rest of
right.
my life. Like,
Yeah.
that was an awakening moment for me. I was like, gosh. So I don't know. I was like, God, please give me the strength to.
Yeah.
And this is something I prayed for and I asked for, but I still had that epiphany where I had to like, God, please give me the strength to go through it. So it's not easy, but we can make it. We can do it. If I've been able to have two kids and taking care of them and still
Mm.
working and being a wife. And I'm a daughter too. My mom lives with me and I
Oh,
have to like
right.
take care of her as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you cannot do. Like, just go for it. Like, be a good mother to your kids, be a good role model to them, teach them
Yeah.
the right, whichever faith you have, walk them through that faith, and then also go for your dreams. Don't quench whatever dreams you have because they're mother. Don't put your life on hold for them. Try to combine as much as you
Yes.
can. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Don't hold yourself back. Try and combine everything together for them. It is
Mm-hmm.
all for them, really. It is all for them. Because when they see you doing more, they'll be empowered to also do more. They will see that nothing is stopping you as a woman, first of all, and as a mother. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on Speak Out today. I believe this will not be your first time or your last time, but you will come more with time. But I know you have a busy schedule. So thank you so much for joining us today. And God bless you and make you great with your work.
Amen.
Yes.
Make it great. So I pray that the next time I come, your channel should hit the thousands.
Thank
Thousands.
you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 it will. Thank you so much. God bless you. So
God bless
I'll get in touch with you.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
It's not leaving.
Okay, she's been able to. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As you see, I can see Lady Josephine, you are helping us. Powerful. Thank you so much. I'm happy it is helping. And Pastor Sheko as well saying amazing. Thank you all so much for joining. God bless you. You see, as she said, if you are a mother, don't give up. Maybe you were a mother before, you have your children or you had your children after going back to school or whatever. Don't give up because you are a woman or you are a mother. Keep pushing because the more you do, you encourage your children. Your children, when you achieve in life, when you become a mother and you achieve in life, whatever you are doing, your children, they are watching and they will see that mommy is a go-getter. Mommy doesn't give up. My parents are they go for what they want, you know. So wherever you are watching me from, as a young lady, as a mother, don't give up on anything. Thrive. Go and grab your career, whatever you want to become, by the horn. Don't give up on anything. Nobody will do it for you. You only can do it for yourself. Okay? Don't give up. One of the most important things she said is also having supportive friends. So do you have a good network? Who are your friends? Who are the people around you? Who are the family? Are your family, you know, who are the people? Thank you, lady Yare. Thank you so much. She's the one that came on. You see, she also said having a great friends around. Whatever she's going through, she could call her friends all over the world to communicate with them. So who are the friends, who are the people around you, who are the people you can call to or go to when you need a word or you need something. And she's also a believer. So first of all, God in her life is so important. So, you know, she got to God, she communicates with God. God gives her ideas and vision. And she said she planned herself. So plan yourself, guys. Draw your goals down, your vision, your ambition, and get help. Okay. Before you can get help, do get help. God bless you. Thank you for joining today. This is Speak Out, Breaking the Silence of Abuse. This session is How Do I Thrive? So don't give up on thriving. Keep thriving and keep pushing. Ringrazio tutti, che Dio vi benedica e amisha, take care of yourself and shalom.